Today we're going to be going over our 10,000 foot JHAs for all the activities that are involved with our truss table operation, from pre-stripping to flying to landing and filling in the deck for the truss tables to build each deck on the Metropolis R3 project.
Alright, we're going to go over our job hazard analysis in the 10,000 foot JHA. Our job step one is to control our area first and foremost. We have our hazards of other trades and other crews coming into our area. We have our caught in and struck by congested work area, poor housekeeping. Our control measures: conduct pre-inspection checklist of the area, completely barricade the floor with our smart edge and our signage. Only crew members on the task plan are allowed on the floor. All pole shores near a leading edge must be tethered to the wire rope safety cable. This will prevent any pole shore from being dislodged and falling to a lower level. 2. Remove all the pole shores, falling objects, defend the pole and struck by hazard. We have a barricade area below, have a spotter to keep personnel out of restricted area. Use 2 men to remove shores outside of the handrail. Inspect all tools before use. Remove any tools that have any defects. Tool lanyards should be used, and remove any excess tools that may come dislodged out of your back during the working process. Watch placement of hands, fingers while using hammer to remove pole shores. Ensure all pieces supported by the pole shore are secured before removing shore. Our noise impact, so use hearing protection when needed. Secure all fillers. We have our falling objects, falls, and struck by. So our filler pieces are secured with a double braided rope to the level above to prevent loss of pieces over the leading edge. We followed the fall protection plan, including our rescue plan. Barricade the area down below, have a spotter out for our restricted area. Ensure removing filler pieces to strip the pieces in a manner that will prevent any struck by injuries. Clear all debris from top fillers. Tie wire and secure all joists and stringers to the table. We have falling objects, improperly securing materials, and struck by. Barricade the area below, have our spotter, properly secure fillers to the tables with tie wire. As pieces are passed through the tables, ensure that other workers are aware of the operation to prevent them walking into a struck by situation. Put the cable rail, remove 2x4 guardrail on the floor above. Falling debris, improper installation of cable guardrail. So we clean the area and secure all materials on the leading edge. Properly tie off when exposing the guardrail. Install cable rail before removing the wooden railing to ensure protection of all other workers that may be working on the floor. Flag the top rail. Secure all materials on the leading edge. Properly install the cable rail per instructions and form a gang box. Number 6, maintain equipment for the following day and plug in lights, electrical cords, and light issues, defective equipment. So ensure that our light stringers on our tables have good working light bulbs and no defects on the cages. Inspect electrical cords and have Rosadin replaced if necessary. Our PPE required is our cut level 5 gloves, our vest, safety glasses, fall arrest system, goggle glasses, earplugs. Our equipment that we use are bird bar, our boot, smart edge, pickle fork, 90 bars, tool lanyards. Now to go over our 10,000 foot JHA for our drop and fly. We have a high table operation which involves multiple drops for leg retraction, controlled access zone, fall protection plan, safety monitor. All perimeter work requires a spotter and tether tools, web core coordination for Truss and moving. Our job steps: we control our area, prep the area. We have our slip strips and fall hazards, keeping all other crews and trades out of our area. So we clean the area, completely barricade the area off with our smart edge and signage. Falling objects and struck by, we ensure sufficient tools and equipment are available for our task. Place jack extensions under all 6 corners. At the edge of slab. Inspect carts and casters to prevent using any carts that may be damaged or defective. Relieve pressure off of the legs with jacks. We have our stuck struck by, caught between pinch points, and defective equipment. Again, we avoid putting our hands and body in compromising positions. Use equipment dedicated in this process, like our jacks, our metal stabilizer extensions, our 250 bars to release the pressure off of our jacks, and we inspect all equipment used during this process to prevent using broken material. Ensure jacks and extensions are properly placed under the truss cord. Pick up all legs and secure all pins. Struck by, caught between the pinch points are our hazards. Again, we avoid compromising our hand and body by not putting them in pinch point areas. Ensure table is fully supported by jack and extension is plumb. Unscrew jack so it's off the ground to ensure the
Go ahead.
ensure pin is fully inserted with cotter pin in place before letting go of the leg. We crack the table by lowering jacks, assist with 90 bars, the boom or vert bar. We have our struck by, caught between pinch points, falling debris from tables, defective tools and equipment. Again, we avoid placing hands and body parts in compromising positions. We allow no more than 1 inch separation between the jack extension and the truss cord. Place a minimum of 4 carts underneath the truss table. Barricade area below, have our spotter down below. Inspect tools that are used to assistance of cracking and lowering the table. Tether tools and equipment when near the leading edge. Remove all unnecessary tools from bags and leave in tool lockers. Maintain 4 legs in contact with the floor if we have no carts that are in use. Lower table to the carts and secure the carts. We have our struck by, caught between pinch points, defective parts or casters, loss of material, lack of communication. Avoid placing body or hands in compromising areas. Inspect our carts before use. Secure the table with our dog leashes. Make sure all carts are properly positioned and effective communication taking place with all team members that are involved. Ensure sufficient head clearance while lowering floor jacks. Lower floor jacks evenly. Make sure jack extension stays plumb. Secure any loose filler pieces. Lower truss table or lower truss on center of the cart when possible. Fly the tables. Remove guardrails from bay. Erect controlled access zone. We have our falling objects, access to fall hazards. Use correct body position. Do not overexert yourself. Ensure that all employees that are exposed to fall hazards follow the fall protection plan. Debris nets around the building should be in place before the operation and are spotted to keep other employees out of the area. Spotter has our horn and the radio. Establish controlled access zone for the table spotted as tables are pushed down. Hook up our front and back winches, falling objects, defective tools and equipment. Again, avoid placing your hands and body in compromising position. Ensure that all employees that are exposed to a fall hazard follow the fall protection plan. Barricade area below, have our spotter to keep out personnel out of restricted area. Inspect all our tools and rigging before use. Keep winch centered to the truss table. Tether winch back to the table. Hook up the front and back winch. Our hazards, falling objects, defective tools and equipment. Avoid hand and body placement, compromising positions. Ensure that all employees that are exposed to the fall follow the fall protection plan. Barricade area off with our spotter. Inspect all tools and rigging and the cable on the winch before putting in use. Keep winch centered to truss table. Tether winch. Sprains and strains, we have our proper body position. 2 people to lift heavy objects. Push the table out and hook it up to the crane. We have struck by, falling objects, falls, lack of communication, and non-qualified riggers. Again, watch your hand and body placement. Don't place in compromising areas. Secure all material that can come off the tables as the table is hooked up. Follow the fall protection plan. Communicate effectively when pushing out the tables so that everyone is on the same page. Only qualified riggers and signalers should be giving commands during this process. Remove any debris from previous steps that can be ejected from the building. Check the table for any loose or dislodged material. Tether tools and equipment when near a leading edge. Secure carts and other materials that are exposed to falling off the building during this table process. Hook up compensator, level table out. Remove back carts and winch. We have our failed load, improper signals to the crane, or lack of communication, loss of materials, and fall hazards. We inspect each picking point, and only qualified riggers will rig any loads. Only qualified signalmen will signal the crane, tether the tool, follow fall protection plan. We fly out of the building and set. We have loss of control of the load, improper signals, re-establish controlled access zones. All tables should have taglines when load exits the building. Only qualified personnel should be rigging and signaling the table to top of deck. Continue to establish control access zone as the table flies out. Remove front wedge, curve, and install smart edge. We have our fall pinch points, falling objects, re-establishing controlled access zones, and strains and sprays. Follow our fall protection plan, effectively communicate during the table operation process. Tether tools and equipment when near a leading edge. Tether the winch back. Proper body position. Use 2 men to lift the winch back. Install smart edge in open bays and re-establish controlled access zones with smart edge or reinforced danger tape and signage. Our PPE required. We have our required site-specific PPE, personal fall arrest equipment. We have our equipment and tools that are required. Our smart edge, our pole shores, our carts, winch, hammer, danger tape, impact wrench, vert bar, boom, bottle jack, our custom leg breaker, the 250 bar, sledgehammer, lights, ladder, and tool lanyards. That's it.
On here is,
Hold on. Go again.
going over to. Okay. Last thing we got here, we're going to go over to controlled access point again. For one, we got all the openings closed off with signage. We got our 10-foot line here. No one goes past it. What happens when you go past the 10-foot line, Caesar?
Gotta tie off.
And what happens if you don't tie off and go past that line?
Gotta go back.
You're going back to the Union Hall, brother. Serious shit. We're on level 50 now. Everybody knows that. Let's just make sure we don't get complacent. The other thing is our reshore goes up right after we fly the table up. We'll get the smart edge up and the reshore. Now there's on the pinpoint on the reshore. Make sure you get it up, right? Keep your head in the game, gentlemen.